Gracias, mis amigos, por seguir con nosotros en Deporte Total RD y algo más, a través de Cananga Visión, tu canal deportivo e informativo. Como siempre, con el patrocinio del Banco de Reservas, Banreservas, 80 años apoyando el deporte de la República Dominicana. Banreservas, el banco de los dominicanos. También a el INEFI, Francisco, estará anunciándose con nosotros, el Instituto de Deporte de la República Dominicana, que está siendo regenteado, dirigido por su director general Alberto Rodríguez, que tiene los pies sobre la tierra. Algo que me ha gustado mucho de Alberto es que está haciendo el trabajo que desde su inicio INEFI debió haber hecho, que yo siempre he dicho que fue un feto que nació muerto. Sin embargo, Alberto lo tiene entubado, lo tiene en pronóstico reservado y está haciendo un trabajo que nunca desde el INEFI se había hecho. Hay que ser honesto. Quien me conoce sabe cómo soy, cómo digo las cosas, y cuando tengo que defender algo lo defiendo, y cuando tengo que acabar a un funcionario lo acabo. Por eso no tengo compromiso con nadie. Pero Alberto Rodríguez está haciendo un trabajo extraordinario, llevando la reparación de las canchas en las escuelas, reconstruyendo y construyendo canchas en las escuelas, llevando capacitación a los monitores y a los entrenadores, y llevando también capacitación para los miembros de la prensa. Entonces vamos a ver este video que me mandan unos amigos sobre los 6 estilos más raros para batear con jugadores en la Major League Baseball. Adelante, Francisco.
En el día de hoy te presento un top 6 de los estilos de bateo más raros y extraños de las grandes ligas. Comenzamos. En el puesto número 1, Jeff Bagwell, una leyenda de los Astros de Houston durante sus 15 años con el equipo. Era muy reconocido por su postura única de bateo, un movimiento totalmente agachado y con las rodillas juntas. Este estilo claramente requería mucho poder para enfrentar cada lanzamiento, lo que lo llevó al Salón de la Fama. Además, ganó el premio al novato del año en 1991, jugador más valioso en 1994, participó en 4 Juegos de Estrellas, ganó 3 bates de plata y un guante de oro. En el número 2, Moisés Alou. Su postura, con las rodillas inclinadas hacia adentro, era distintiva del pelotero dominicano, quien participó en 6 Juegos de Estrellas, ganó 2 bates de plata y ganó la Serie Mundial de 1997, donde bateó para 321, conectó 9 hits, 2 dobles, 3 jonrones, remolcó 9 carreras y anotó 6. Las lesiones truncaron un buen perfil, que lo acercaba al Salón de la Fama. En el puesto número 3, Willie Stargell, un tremendo bateador que pertenece al Salón de la Fama. Lo incluimos en esta lista por su curiosa forma de agacharse al momento de batear, lo cual le proporcionaba mejor visión y poder con el bate. Ganó el premio al jugador más valioso, participó en 7 Juegos de Estrellas, ganó 2 Series Mundiales, y jugó 21 temporadas con los Piratas. En el puesto número 4, Tony Batista. Seguro que al leer el título de este video pensaste en él. Batista tenía la postura más extraña del béisbol. Realizaba todo un ritual cuando se paraba en el home. Su estilo no le impidió disparar más de 30 jonrones en 4 temporadas, demostrando la fuerza que tenía al batear. En 11 temporadas en las grandes ligas conectó más de 200 jonrones, remolcó 718 carreras y participó en 2 Juegos de Estrellas. En el puesto número 5, Kevin Youkilis. Un jugador que fue clave para los Medias Rojas de Boston. Su forma de sostener el bate era única, deslizando la mano izquierda casi hasta la mitad del bate, para luego bajarla a una posición normal. A pesar de lo inusual de su técnica, tuvo un rendimiento excepcional. Participó en 3 Juegos de Estrellas, ganó 2 Series Mundiales con Boston y obtuvo un guante de oro. En el puesto número 6, Julio Franco, quien sostenía el bate sobre su cabeza y juntaba las rodillas. Su posición al bate era muy extraña, aunque algunos entrenadores lo criticaron. Sin embargo, le funcionó muy bien, ganando 5 bates de plata, participando en 3 Juegos de Estrellas, y logrando un título de bateo en 1991 con los Texas Rangers. Fue un tremendo bateador en todas las ligas en las que jugó. Franco disputó 23 temporadas en las Grandes Ligas, siendo su última temporada en 2007, a los 48 años. Algunos bateadores han tenido estilos únicos y muy extraños al momento de batear, que a decir verdad, han dejado una huella. Algunos de ellos han sido reconocidos más por su estilo de bateo que por sus estadísticas en el terreno de juego. Por esa razón, hoy vieron algunos de los estilos de bateo más peculiares en la historia de las Grandes Ligas. Gracias por ver nuestro video.
Bien, ahí ustedes vieron este top 10 de los bateadores con el estilo más raro. Entre ellos están 2 dominicanos, Moisés Alou y Julio César Franco, el emperador. Varios amigos me han estado pidiendo que le presente la última pelea que realizó Salvador Sánchez Narváez, Salvador Sánchez, quien murió a los 23 años en un accidente de tránsito. Y este fue uno de los peleadores más grandes que ha tenido en México. Entonces esto fue un boxeador mexicano en la división peso pluma del Consejo Mundial de Boxeo. Muchos de sus contemporáneos, así como periodistas de boxeo, consideran que de no haber fallecido en forma prematura, podría haber sido uno de los más grandes boxeadores en peso pluma de todos los tiempos. Sánchez murió el 12 de agosto de 1982 en un accidente automovilístico en México. Su carrera como peleador de Sánchez, pues el hombre tuvo 46 combates con 44 victorias, 32 de ellas fueron por nocaut, 12 por decisión, tuvo una derrota, no fue noqueado nunca, tuvo un empate. Considerado como uno de los mejores boxeadores de su país en 1996, fue ubicado como el 26 mejor en la historia de esa nación. Vamos a ver si conseguimos, Francisco, el video de Salvador Sánchez, donde se enfrentó a Suma Nelson. A Suma Nelson, un peleador africano que no tenía mucha experiencia ni un hombre rebombante para cuando se enfrentó a Salvador Sánchez por el título mundial, pero dio tremendo combate. Y esto, aunque perdió la pelea a Suma Nelson, esto lo catapultó a nivel mundial en el boxeo. Así que adelante, Francisco, por favor.
Is approved and sanctioned by both the New York State Athletic Commission and the World Boxing Council. Mr. Jose Suleiman, President. This evening, the World Boxing Council is being supervised. The man in charge, Jean-Guy Prescott. The chairman of the New York State Athletic Commission, Mr. Jack M. Prenderville. The physicians in attendance at ringside this evening, the Assistant Medical Director, Dr. Frank Ford, along with Drs. Earl Shaw, Daniel Manfredi, and Peter J. Wilk. The judges for this title bout, Al Reed, Tony Castellano, and Al Ayala.
Artie Idala.
The timekeeper of the bell is Fred Abatello. Counting for the knockdown seconds, alternate referee Vinnie Ferguson. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 15-round World Boxing Council Featherweight Championship, referee Tony Perez. And now, boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the yellow trunks with the red and green trim.
At the tip of the chin of Sanchez. Nelson is first time here, first time in Madison Square Garden for Salvador Sanchez also. We'll have to take a look at Nelson. We've never seen him, and we'll have to analyze him for you. I'll get the expert to do that for you, Larry Holmes.
what looked like Nelson can punch a little bit according to his record. And he just caught Sanchez with 2 good left hooks, but didn't seem to bother Sanchez. But it's still we have to see, man.
Very early. Sanchez just biding his time, taking his time. He does it very, very seldom on one punch with those combinations mostly. Good head puncher, good body puncher. Salvador Sanchez, the champion. Last 2 bouts went the distance. I don't know whether that means anything or not, Larry.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything. Sanchez always comes to fight. He always prepares himself. But as you can see, Nelson is here to fight too. He just landed another left hook and he keeps his hands up and don't show no fear of Sanchez.
That's right. He's forcing the fight. He's doing the leading. Right hand by Zoma Nelson. That right hand looks dangerous, Larry.
Look very
hand of Zoma Nelson.
And we got to fight here because Nelson shows no fear.
That's right. He came to fight. Nelson at 124 and Sanchez 126.
I'm going to wonder if experience is going to take effect on Nelson because Sanchez has the most experience. Nelson only has 13 fights. The 10 of them goes about knockout. But he's fighting well.
Left and right to the head by Zoma Nelson, and he gives it a little Muhammad Ali in there. A little hot dogging going on by Nelson.
Well, a little bit of showboat is good, but make sure you're way ahead. This is the Belgian ring.
That's right, Larry. Make sure you're comfortable.
That's right. Especially with
right hand again by Nelson. He's been getting that right-handed cross real good. And he's been taking the play away from Sanchez right from the start. 30 seconds remain in the round. Round 1.
It's still early yet, John. This is only the first round.
That's right. It's a long way to go. 15 rounds. 10 seconds.
Very interesting first round for Nelson.
That's the end of round 1. And that's strictly what he is, a referee. He does not score the bout. There are 3 judges. Those are WBC rules. Personally, I think they're good rules. Nelson found the mark a number of times in the first round with the right hand. Let's see if he continues to throw it.
What I noticed about Nelson is waiting for Sanchez to punch and he counters. And this is the same thing that we seen earlier in the fight.
Right.
But in fight defense, you always got to be first. Don't wait for the counter because the more you wait, you get hit.
No, left hook by Nelson. Nelson is a pretty good fighter. We have never seen him, as we said. But he's a pretty good fighter. He's a warrior. He wants to fight. He didn't come here to just go through 15 rounds, Larry.
No, he did, but he took a good right hand by Sanchez, and he can't take too many of those because we know that Sanchez can't punch. Nelson,
it's the combinations, Larry. Excuse me. Combinations that Nelson has to watch out for because Sanchez is a master at that. From in close, he throws a combination to the head that's devastating.
Nelson is throwing, but he's trying to throw fast punches and he's crossing his hands up.
Fans here in the garden are singing. They're singing a Mexican song that has some significance, I'm sure, for Salvador Sanchez.
Punches, John.
Yes, he is. And it's the right hand that he's really counting on, Larry.
He looks very strong. Nelson looks very strong and not even worrying about Sanchez throwing the punches.
You are so right. He is a very confident fighter. He has no fear in him. Sanchez is a great, great fighter. He has no fear in him.
Good right hand by Nelson that time again, Johnny.
He's leading the fight. Larry, he's forcing the fight. he's reaching for.
Nelson only have 10 fights. He's really showing. At least he's putting on. This is the second round. A good 2
That's
rounds.
round 2. He's had 13 fights, Larry. The following program is protected by copyright, and any use, distribution, exhibition, recording, or reproduction without the express permission of 19 Sports and Entertainment Network will constitute piracy, copyright infringement, and unfair competition, and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. We're going to take another look at the action in the last round, Larry. That's Nelson on the left. Smart move, he hit, got away.
As you notice, Nelson gets trying to counter. Every time Sanchez does something, he does something also.
Well, we haven't seen Nelson until tonight, but he's shown me a few things in these first 2 rounds that he knows what it's all about, Larry. He's got to get lucky. He's got to get lucky, and he's got to get lucky with that right hand.
I think he got to get lucky earlier, John, because we know that Sanchez can do 15 rounds, and again, we never watched Nelson. We know that he's been knocking guys out, and we haven't seen him here in America.
Most of his fights were in Africa. He had one fight in this country in Bakersfield, California, but he also fought here as an amateur in the World Cup and lost. He won a bronze medal.
He's very strong. Look like his balance is poor, but he looks very, very strong.
Strong for his size.
Yeah.
You're right. Very strong.
He landed a good right hand on Sanchez.
He took one before that, Larry. He took it and came right back over and landed his arm.
They have a fight here tonight in Madison Square Garden.
2 minutes to go in the round 2.
Again, Don King putting on a good show. At least Sanchez didn't have just a walkover. He's putting on a good show.
Every fight has been good. Nelson stopped for a moment, backed up, and just smiled at Sanchez. Sanchez is not taking the lead, Larry. He's not forcing the fight, which is unusual for him.
Well, I think Sanchez is trying to figure it out because Nelson is countering. Every time Sanchez goes to punch, Nelson countering, and Sanchez trying to offset it somehow by moving and staying back and waiting.
Of course, Sanchez has never seen him before. He's never seen a film of him even. So he really doesn't know as much about him, any more about him than we do. So he's probably taking a little, doing a little homework right now.
Yes, Sanchez haven't watched him, so that do hurt. It's no help to Sanchez. Watching Nelson on the little tape that we just watched. Nelson on the little tape that we just watched, he really comes out fighting.
Yes, he does. Look at the smile on his face. He's continuously smiling.
And sometimes that's a little bit of the false confidence or
30
false
seconds.
courage.
30 seconds left in the round. Sanchez.
That landed right on the chin.
5 seconds left in the round. Sanchez got 2 good right hands in, both on the chin. That's the end of the round. Well, Azuma Nelson sampled the right hand of Salvador Sanchez. There's some of the crowd here at our Madison Square Garden arena. And there's the champ himself right alongside of me, Larry Holmes.
You're a champ too,
Having a good time, Larry?
Yes, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying the fight, and I'm glad to be here in Madison Square Garden.
You like to go to fights? A lot of fighters don't, when they're not fighting.